Howdy folks, today we're going to cover a topic that has been long waiting and asked for a while now, which is where to get all of my ships. So we're going to cover exactly where to get all of these ships. This being the Squid, which is about the easiest ship, this specific Squid being the easiest ship to get ever, and trust me when I show you, you'll know why. Unfortunately, we won't be covering that one because that's the Galactic Hub defense ship, and its location was generally kept secret. And I don't want to be the one to tell everyone. This bug exotic white gold with this sort of front stinger looks quite nice. It's actually one of my favourite designs. I really like it with the white and gold. It looks super nice. Then my classic blue hauler here, which is a beaut. All of these ships, of course, are come in a max slot, and you can get them in S class with the max bonuses and such. Also, this rather enormous friggin' exotic, which I was going to get rid of, and probably still will, just because it's my least favourite out of the three. But it's still a beautiful ship. But there's a few other ships that I'd prefer to have, like some really cool flyers and stuff, which we'll be going over in the next week or so. But yeah, we'll be showing you where to get that in case you wanted it. And the pièce de résistance, this beast, which is probably my favourite. It is beautiful. It's my pointy ass dart style fighter. With goes max slot, of course, 38 slot, and yeah, it's just a generally beautiful ship. I really like it. So yeah, we're going to cover where to get these ships, and of course all of these are in Euclid. Just to specify there, it doesn't matter which platform or game mode you are on. They are on all of them, but obviously Euclid is the only place you can actually get them. These particular ones. So yeah, we're going to go to each one. Don't worry, we'll do it super quickly because I don't want this to be a super long video. And we're just going to quickly check to make sure they show up. Right, let's get on with this. So the first one we're going to go for is that amazingly easy Eidolon Prime white squid ship, which I showed you first. And yeah, it's a really nice looking ship, and it's super easy to get. So the place we're going to go to is bird, sun, boat, butterfly, sun, diplo, waypoint, boat, TP, moon, rocket. The Eidolon Prime system is a very well known system purely because of this particular squid ship. It is located in the Atlas Rises era Galactic Hub, so not the current Galactic Hub, but the sort of second iteration. There's been three. The first in the Rento Music Expanse. As you can see, it is incredibly well known. There's a lot of GOM stations here, and yes, lots of people who came here to get the squid. There's even a number of bases here, wow. And here we are. Once you get here and get out your ship in the space station, simply reload, and it will always be on the first wave that comes in. And there it is, the first ship that's flying in after the reload is the squid ship. Now of course, it's not guaranteed to be 20 slot with 6 tech right away. You may have to wait for it. Remember that with these ships, when they come in, they have a range. So exotics have a range between 15 and 20 slots, with 4 to 6 tech slots. The bonuses with the hyperdrive, say, go from 50 to 65%. Let's have a look at this one. Okay, we got really unlucky with that hyperdrive. The shield is nearly max, which is 60. The damage is quite low. And it's only 18 slot with 5 tech slots. So we decline this, just simply reload again, wait for another one to come in, and check that, and just keep doing that until you get one that is 20 slot with 6 tech slots and a good hyperdrive bonuses and stuff. I recently got this ship on my new survival save and managed to get it with 60% hyperdrive really quickly. It was like the third one, and 60% hyperdrive is pretty good. It's on the higher end, and it's now my ship that will warp crazy distances. It also ended up being really high on the damage and shielding, so definitely worth keeping. So yeah, that's the first one. And the next one we'll be going for is the white gold bug stinger exotic, and the hauler, which can be found at bird, sun, moon, hex, sun, diplo, waypoint, waypoint, scarab, TP, moon, Y. And as you can tell, this is within or very close to the Atlas Rises galactic hub. You may be wondering why we're actually checking each system to make sure they're still definitely there. This is because basically I obtained all of these ships in the Atlas Rises era. Most of them almost a year ago now. So lots changed in the game. Want to make sure that they are still obtainable. And definitely verify so you're not just going there and hoping. Oh, be warned, this planet is now an aggressive Sentinel planet. Now for this one, I would highly advise that you find a trade post. Now, the best, easiest way to do this is by having an economic scanner, economy scanner, and search for a trading post. Luckily, it's given us one that is on a moon that is not, in fact, on a aggressive Sentinel planet. Now, when it comes to most exotics, they're actually quite rare, so there could be a decent wait install, and there's no guarantees you're going to get the 26 immediately with the best bonuses, so it's basically based on the effort you put in. Interesting, someone has even put a base here. Okay, this is an extreme toxicity planet. I think we'll pick a trade post on a different planet. To pick the planet that you want the trading post to be on, simply go within the atmosphere and scan there, and it will give you one on that planet. That is quite lucky, getting one really close. Excellent. Now this one, this ice planet, is the one I would recommend. It's not extreme in any way, and yeah, basically I would advise that you jump to the top so you can see every landing pad. Make sure you've got some sodium for your hazard protection, because while it's not extreme, it will go down. And basically just wait for the ones to come in. Now, if you want to speed up this process a lot, the best way to do this is to build a save point up here. So build a save point right next to you. Check every ship that has flown in. Check the sky around you and scan the ships if you can't make out the shape properly. With your scanner, you can zoom in and you can. It's instant now. You don't have to actually scan it, so you can see if it's an exotic. And then, if nothing is in the sky as soon as you go there, just save at the save point, reload, and then check the skies again. After a bit of time, you'll learn where the ships start to come from, and it will get quicker and quicker. So you can zoom in, check none of those ships are it. Where the rest coming from? It's usually from 2 to 3 directions. Now, none of the ones in the sky are the exotic we're after. Now, I can't say for certain whether you need to actually save in between these reloads, but it's here, so why not? Now, we can safely assume that this system has ships in it, and each system has an exotic. The ships themselves haven't changed too much per system, so we're pretty damn sure that it's here. But I'm just going to stay here for a while and wait for it to come, so we can definitely 100% verify that it definitely comes here now. But for you, fear not, it shall be but a moment. Now this is also the system where we get this one, the Blue Hauler, and it's just flown in, 48 slot with 8 tech, which is the max. It's A class, but it is possible to get S class here. That's awesome. That's popped in. We've verified the Blue Hauler. Now the reason that you can be completely assured that this Blue Hauler can come in an S class is that this system is an affluent system. Now if we go into the discoveries, here we go, here's the system we're in, scientific affluent. Now the affluent means it's of a high strength economy. There's 3 different types of strength, low, medium and high. Low have 0 chance of an S class other than exotic spawning, because every system has an exotic regardless. Medium strength systems have a 1% chance for an S class to spawn, and high strength economies have a 2% chance for an S class to spawn. So whatever the spawn rate of that ship there is, that's the first one I've seen so far, 1 in 50 of those will be an S class. So it is quite low, and it does take a bit of time to get your S class, but it can be worth it, definitely. Those bonuses are fantastic. If you'd like to find out more about starships, there is a mega guide that I made a little while back, and it's fully up to date, and it is big. It's 52 minutes long, but it comes with in 11 parts and has timestamps to each part in the description. So you can just basically skip to each part that you want to see or find out about at a time, do it in multiple sessions, whatever you want to do. I've made it as easy as possible. That was my intention anyway. and that's linked in the description as well as will be linked at the end of the video. Now we just got to wait for the exotic. And here we go, folks. It took a little while, but it is here. This is what it looks like when it's flying. Looks all pretty and such. It looks really cool when it lands as well. This particular one is 15 and 4, so the worst it could be for slots. But yeah, just the 20 slot is definitely possible. Pretty much guarantee that. I must admit, it does look quite cool coming in on like a right towards you. So let's oh, look at that. Yeah, see, it looks cool when it lands. Right, so let's have a look at its bonuses. I'm curious about that. Okay, good shield, terrible damage, and kind of pretty bad hyperdrive as well. So yeah, really unlucky on that one. Took a little while to come as well. But if you do want it, and if you really want it, it's worth the wait, as with all the ships. So yeah, get over here, get that. If you're after the hauler as well, same system, just park yourself up and get both at the same time. Another thing you can do is if you're after the extreme survival, you compare that extreme toxic moon of this planet with looking for the ships. Basically, if you really want to look for like the best of the best with like the best bonuses, it's a good way to mix in some extreme survival time while looking for the ships. Obviously, if you're going to do extreme survival, you're going to have to save and reload. I actually can prove now that you don't need to save before reloading each time. I ended up just going to just straight reloading and it worked fine. I'd never really tried that before, but it worked perfectly fine here. But if you're going to do the extreme survival while you're doing it on the fungal planet, you're going to want to have a lot of sodium nitrate on you just for space, or sodium if you've got load space, and make sure you save before each reload so that it actually tracks some of the time, and you won't just be reloading pointlessly on an extreme planet for no reason. So now let's go for that friggin' S-class fighter. The red and white fighter. 'Tis the beautiful one. My favourite, the one I'm in at the moment. Let's go and get that. One could say that I crashed. So if you want my favourite beautiful red and white or kind of orangey beige. Anyway, it's a cool looking fighter. It's all darty and such. If you want it, just head to bird, sun, whale, hex, sun, moon, waypoint, boat, TP, moon, and rocket. Now, as you can probably tell, it's once again in the old galactic hub, which is where I did most of my travelling. Now, with this one, I used to go back to the space station back in the day. I did when I got this, but space stations seem to be a lot slower than they used to be for ships coming in. So I generally, as with the other one we were just at, I'd recommend going to a trading post and doing the same as what we did there. Well, that's a weird one. Haha, it's landed on the trading post without going onto a landing pad. That's quite funny, actually. Right, so as before, I'll just basically skip ahead until it arrives. I'll be waiting here, like I was at the other one. And so you haven't got to just basically watch me wait, because that would be really boring. And very nice. This one has drop pod coordinate data, so that's fantastic. So yeah, if you need some drop pod coordinates, then well, this is the place to come. I'll put a comm station on here as well. Fantastic. Oh, nice. Right, that's insane. This is not my ship. Okay, so the ship actually flew in without me realising when I was putting the comm station down. That's super cool. Right, let's have a look at what it is. I doubt it's going to be S-class because that's a 1 in 50, but definitely possible here. B-class, yeah. So this proves that 35 slot, if you've seen my Starship video, or just know in general, you'll know that 31 to 38 slots, if it's to be within that range, if it comes in S-class, it'll be 38. So, like same with the haulers, this applies to all S-class except for exotic. And same with technology, it'll be the max technology, which this is not. This is 10, the max is 12 for a fighter. Very cool. Obviously, crap bonus 6 B-class. But yeah, it just pretty much immediately proves that this ship is still available. That's fantastic. And it comes in quick. It does not take that much time. The comm station for this trade post is, of course, on the well, not of course, but it is on the High Mall planet, which is a frozen world. It's not on the planet with the address. I just scanned for a trading post and it sent me off world to here. And yeah, so if you want that ship. Oh, also a cool friggin' hauler. Let's try a baller, as I like to say. Let's see if this is medium or large. Oh, nice. So yes, 40 slots, between 40 and 48. That range is for large haulers. So if you wanted to wait for this in S-Class, this would be 48 slot. And it's a cool kind of yellowy, orangey, goldy hauler. That's fantastic. I actually really quite like that. I'm tempted to wait for the S-Class of this to change for my blue one. The blue one, the nose, he changed. He got that new nose during the next update, so I wasn't too pleased about it. But yeah, so yet another ship to look for in this system. That's fantastic. And we'll just see. Whoa, another one. That's the second one, because the other one was on that one. So what's that? A C-Class. But yeah, let's have a look on the discoveries. It is a promising system, which does mean it's only a 1% chance. Promising is a medium strength system, so that's a shame that this hauler and the fighter will have a 1% chance instead of a 2% chance to spawn as an S-Class. But still, the chance is there, and if you want it that badly, then well, wait out like I did. This took me a few hours to get back in the day. Excellent. Right, so there is just one more left to go for now. And that is the super tall orange exotic. So let's head there and just verify that it still exists. And I was just thinking, while it's only 1% compared to the hauler that would be 2%, it seems to show up a lot more. So I imagine it'll be actually quicker to get that the fight and the hauler anyway, so it's not too bad because it just spawns more itself. So to go to the planet for the well, the system for the awesome tall exotic, it's bird, sun, rocket, sun, sun, diplo, waypoint, boat, TP, moon, rocket, and once again it is in the Atlas Rises era galactic hub. Once again, I would suggest the trading post method. The planet you arrive in is a frozen planet, so that's perfectly fine for it. So just go and scan for a post immediately while you're low to the ground, so it gives you one on this planet. And there we go. Okay, first thing we see, this is actually a pretty cool looking hauler. So it has the ability to be 48 slots. And let's just check the system real quick. This system is a balanced system, which means it's medium economy strength. So that has the opportunity to become an S-Class, which means S-Class 48 with some good bonuses. So that's very cool. Oh, and there's another one already there. So that hauler actually looks pretty common. So if you want that cool looking red hauler with the kind of cool hawk style wings and a decent nose, then yeah, this is the place to come. I like it. And now I will continue to do the classic thing where I basically skip ahead about an hour while I wait. Oh, fantastic. Check this out. This is a monster system. That is a large fighter and it looks pretty damn cool. Let's actually go and have a closer look at it. Look at that. That looks pretty badass. That is a really cool design. And it has the potential to become an S-Class with 38 slots and awesome bonuses. So yeah, I really like that. It's quite cool. So if you want a white with blue accents, pretty cool blue accents as well, fighter, then here you go. This is a system to go for. So yeah, hauler, awesome fighter, and a pretty cool exotic. Fantastic. Let's get back to waiting for this exotic. Yet another beautiful fighter there, with the potential to be a S-Class 38 max slot beast. So yeah, if you want a golden sort of fighter, and I know the Golden Gek will most definitely think about getting this. If you want it, it's here. Man, this is a really good system. We've got that awesome hauler, pretty cool damn fighter. Well, two cool fighters. Very cool. Okay, so this definitely took a while, but it is finally arrived. It's an 18 plus 5, so it's on the mid-range, but don't worry, you can get it in a 20 slot. If you are unsure of exactly how the ranges and the spawning works and such, pretty much everything there is to know about starships can be found in the Mega Starship Guide, or the Starship Mega Guide, which is linked in both the description and shortly at the end of this video on screen. And yeah, so don't worry if you want it as S-Class. Well, it's definitely S-Class, but if you want it with the max slots and everything, you can get it. You just have to wait a bit until that particular one arrives. There is no sort of... There's no discernible, to the human mind at least, within a reasonable amount of time, pattern that we can tell from how these spawn. But other than the ranges and everything that we've gathered from the files, and yeah, the 1% and 2% for the and 0% for the different ranges for chance of S-Class is from the files. It's not conjecture. It's not just what we think is happening. It's actually in the files, so you can definitely trust all that. And yeah, there it is. Shaboom. Such as, I'm curious of the bonuses. We're going to have a quick check. Okay, worst hyperdrive possible. Pretty bad damage, and shield is not too bad. So yeah, this ship is available to get if you want it. And remember, this system, well actually it's been like a while for me, but for you guys it's just been a second since I showed you the fighter and the hauler that you can get here as well. 2 fighters actually. So yeah, we found way more ships than I was intending to show today. We've got like what, 8 to 10 or something. So okay, that one had a bit of fun with the landscape there. Well, he seems intact. So yeah, basically, if you want these ships and stuff, go get them. They are there for the taking. All the addresses and everything are in the description, so you can just easily reference that. Links to the Starship Guide and other helpful videos and tools and written guides and stuff are in the description. And yeah, so we have a Discord and a Patreon, both linked in the description also. The Discord is still growing ever more every day with lots of folkaroos who are very knowledgeable of the game, and we have some good discussions on there. And yeah, and if you do want to support the channel and don't want to do it monetarily with the whole Patreon thing, then sharing videos is a fantastic way to support the channel. It really does help get the word out on everything we cover. So yeah, thanks for watching, folks. I hope this has been enjoyable, illuminating and helpful for your starship woes, and I'll see you next time. Shadazy, boom boom, shake the room. Yeah, I'll go with that.